Welcome to the bold analysis. I'm just checking the Nation website now, and there is some information that has been shared there. I'm trying to check through different websites, and it's not yet coming. So I want us to look at this information because I do think that it was supposed to be something that was to be made public and to dispel or rather to remove any space for propaganda. The Nation is writing, presidential escort team injured in Ruto motorcade accident. This is what I'm saying. Two members of presidential escort team sustained injuries after their official car rolled at Mlima Nugu along Moi South Lake Road in Naivasha. The driver of the presidential motorcade vehicle lost control while trying to negotiate a sharp bend along the route. The two were rushed to Naivasha-based hospital. Now, in a report, the Nation is saying the police officer who revealed the information is saying that they arrived there and found the driver of the car unconscious at the scene, but was immediately rushed to the hospital. The officer who could not be named said it was not clear what had caused the accident on the Wednesday afternoon. So this is what happened. President William Ruto flew to Naivasha with a chopper for official opening, flagging off the 2023 YRC Safari Rally, a precursor of the main rallying event. And of course, there is normally the advance team that will normally go there to receive him, and also after that. So he flew back, but then it is understood that he was not part of the motorcade. He was not in the convoy, but the officers on their way back, as this was saying, Dr. Ruto flew to and from Naivasha for the Safari Rally engagement and was not in the motorcade that crashed. He had flown to the Lordia Spectators Point using a chopper, and the motorcade was on its way back to Nairobi. So walikuwa peke yao. They were not carrying the president. So, but normally the speed in which normally it goes, because it's always on transit. So the scene was cordoned off by heavily armed security guards. And I think even on Twitter I've seen one person also sharing that information, that there was an accident and it was not revealed now. Security officers did not allow people to take pictures as they made efforts to have the vehicle towed away from the scene. The details are yet to emerge. I read that article, and then I've been trying to look at social media pages, the communication team of President William Ruto. That information is still not there. They've not yet laid bare, because my understanding was that we will remove the speculation bit. It has yet been confirmed. President Ruto is not part of it, and he went by the chopper and came back to Nairobi by chopper. But if you check, even if you check William Ruto's social media pages, you will not see even the photos of Safari Rally. The last update was done yesterday. Yes, yesterday event. So the today's events are yet to be updated there. We are waiting whether they're going to share that information. But as what they're saying is that they've not yet cleared. Yes, it has been shared. Yes, they have shared the photos of the Safari Rally. Yes, but not of the crash. The accident is yet to be shared, and even if you look at the information, it is not anywhere. Now, what I would actually expect is a clarification, especially from it, so that we don't give the chance for speculation on what exactly might have happened there. That is my understanding, if that will happen. But then, if you look at, compare this to Uganda, when Museveni was diagnosed with COVID, he came out and was given public information on what exactly had happened and how it's been going on. Do you know that this information has been suppressed? But as we talk, there's some two cases, there's some two stories that have been captured. The day the president was going to attend the national prayer breakfast at Safari Park, this one that is normally organized by the parliament, some taxi driver I think it was along the Thika Road, I think James Gishuru, if I'm not wrong, some taxi driver's car developed mechanical hitch and was stuck by the road. And by that time, President Ruto's team really got irritated by the gentleman. And the gentleman was shortly arrested. But after explaining what has happened, he was actually arrested, but some security officers helped him to push the vehicle off the road. So after questioning, he was released. But again, there is another driver of a bus that was heading to Western, who allegedly was accused of blocking Rachel Ruto's convoy. It was arrested and arraigned in court. And some of the passengers who are part of his defense team have been saying that the man is innocent and he did not block the way, as contrary to what is the driver is being accused of. So there have been this information about there have been bit of that challenge on what exactly might have happened. But I truly believe that this information needed to be out for the sake of clarification. But what I can say and what has been confirmed clearly is that President Ruto was not part of that motorcade. Now, I just want to look at it. Why do you think it has been suppressed? It's not yet there. There are only three reasons. Number one, the William Ruto's team are suppressing the occurrence of the accident involving members of the presidential team because, one, they don't want the public, they're trying to avoid the public backlash on it. And why? Maybe the intelligence will tell you very well that President Ruto's ratings are down. Yes, President Ruto's ratings, if you compare now and maybe the first few months when he was sworn in, it has really dropped. Both who supported, those who voted for him, and even those who did not vote for him. And you will realize that there is a bit of that disdain with the current economic pressure going on. So if people were to maybe give a comment on how he was not part of it, they don't want that space for propaganda. But I will challenge them that if you make it clear and that information comes out, you would actually bridge the propaganda gap. Because what I can tell you is the next day, someone will start creating spins and twists on the same story, even though it is what has been reported is that the driver was taken to the Naivasha hospital. So they don't want that because the accident involving, that would actually create a public outclash. And again, the fact that it is an accident, they were coming back to Nairobi. They did not have President William Ruto. And someone would actually expect that a team that is around the president is a perfect team. So, if it involves the presidential team, that it also speaks about the competency of that team. So that is one of the reasons why they've tried to suppress it. But I wish that information will be out. Number two, I think there is a public judgment on who is on the wrong. Kenyans are normally the DCI. And I support, in fact, the decision to make sure that photos are not taken there. It was good because if someone would have laid those photos, if those photos would get to public, I can tell you, the spins and twists will be very different. And it will also amount to profiling those members. when people knows these are members of William Ruto's presidential security team, it's not something that is good, because it will actually also profile these individuals. So the public judgment on who is wrong, yes, start analyzing on who was right and who was wrong. That is something that I think they are also trying to avoid. The other third thing is a narrative of president escaped. The truth of the matter here is he did not go, and so he was not part of it. And he went by chopper, came by chopper, and came back by chopper. But so how would it be if he was part of it? So they also don't want the reportage on president escaping it. But I will challenge Kina Gerard Bitok that the best in this, I know sometimes these are very queer, these are very unfamiliar terrains, even as a person who is a communication person, and especially in the office of president, these are very unfamiliar terrain to wade through. But I like the fact that even if you look at the reportage by what the nation has reported, the same presidential escort team injured in Ruto Motorcade accident. I don't know if there was a problem with just making it as that. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my take, but that's my clarification. Let's wait and see how the story will develop, whether they will give a statement on this, or maybe as coverage continues. That's my take. Now, as I finish, I'm still reaching out to you on behalf of Nameland Children Home Children. We are conducting a Sunday children's home visit, just to, this is what we decided to do this month. We've been supporting others, but this month we decided we want to do it different. So a little donation of dry food and clothing will go a long way in making this day a success. So those who are within Nairobi, I've shared the numbers there. One is for Kavira Di Costa, who is our admin. She's around Nairobi. She's around CBD. So if you want to donate dry food and some stuff around CBD, you can contact Kavira. We have another assistant called Brenda. She's around Ngong Road. So those who are around Ngong Road, you can contact Brenda, number there, and you can deliver the food stuff. We are also reaching out to the diaspora audience. I've also shared my number, a little donation that will go a long way towards this. We are planning a 50 bob challenge probably on Saturday and Sunday towards the support of this. But for now, we are just doing the collection of the dry food. So thank you very much, and let's meet in the next.